welcome back. Once again, adventurers, so let's play BlazBlue Calamity trigger. In the last episode, Taokaka ran into some rather unfortunate danger in the form of Hakumen, this hero who, if you're being honest, is definitely the most formidable opponent that she's ever faced as the protector of the Taka village. Luckily, however, both she and Lighty Failing were able to escape Hakumen's wrath, as she was. Well, let's just say that Taokaka managed to find a way back to Lost Town rather unorthodox means. Having been found there by scientists from the city known as Hakumen. And as an added bonus, let's just say that there was lots and lots of food raining on Lost Town that particular afternoon. All swirled in Blind Warrior.
This is Tager. I've arrived at the destination.
And it appears that Tager is commencing his mission for Sector 7, or rather Kokonoe, since, well, to be perfectly honest, Kokonoe isn't exactly on friendly terms with those superiors at Sector 7, and the feeling is somewhat mutual. But, this appears to be, as I said before, the start of Tager's mission. I call in, and a voice distorted by static squawks at me from the communicator in my hand.
How does it look? Like a nice, orderly pile of crap?
That's, not a very polite way of describing a lost town there, Kokonoe, but then again, that is her typical viewpoint of most things, I guess.
I'm getting close to the slums. I don't expect public order to be maintained.
That is true. The more well-to-do areas of Kagutsuchi are located closer to the top of the hierarchical city, considering the fact that lower to the ground is where Seether concentrates in very large and dangerous doses.
What makes you think there'd be any public order around here in the first place? The library doesn't give a damn about those people.
Snarky attitude aside, Kokonoe does have a point. In reality, the Novus Orbis Librarium doesn't really care too much about the ordinary citizens of Kagutsuchi. They just want to maintain the status quo and their rulership over the entire world.
But I see a lot of undeveloped areas. I thought this place was scheduled to undergo massive development.
It's very interesting piece of news there, Tager.
Well, plans change. Has to do with the Ikaraga conflict, I'll bet. This city is a victim of Sector 7's selfishness.
Yeah, remember what I said earlier about that unfriendly terms? This is an indication of that. Something about the way she said victim made me think Kokonoe blamed Sector 7 for what was going on here. Even if she does work for them, she rarely gets along with those superiors, and she's not one to censor herself. That is very much a very true statement there, Tager. How a person like her could possess the world's greatest scientific mind, I sometimes worry what will come of it. You are not wrong to worry there, and as you can see, Tager actually has a slight grin on his face there.
Thinking bad thoughts, Tager? We're watching everything you do and everything you think, remember?
Yeah, let's just say that Big Kokonoe is watching us. That reference there is, very fitting in Tega's case, especially in Tega's case.
No, it's nothing. The three assets under Ikaruga control. I thought one of them was brought over here.
Wait a minute. 3 assets belonging to Ikaruga?
I'm sure the princess is dreaming deep in her iron pot by now. The guy they're calling the Grim Reaper, Ragna the Blood Edge. Word is he showed up in Kagutsuchi.
Princess dreaming deep in Orion Pod. That's a rather interesting way of describing the Murukuma unit slumbering in the cauldron. But, like everyone else, Kokonoe is aware of Ragna's activities here in Kagutsuchi.
I see. So Hakumen came here for Ragna the Blood Edge, huh?
Yeah, that is pretty much the only reason that Hakumen would do that.
How the hell would I know? I could care less why he was there. I just wish he'd stop poking his nose where it doesn't belong. Guess that's too much to ask, though.
Seems like 6 hero or no 6 hero, Kokonoe does not like Hakumen in the slightest. Even the hero of the Great War is nothing more than a sample to Kokonoe, huh? I wonder how many scientists lose sight of their humanity in pursuit of their goals. Too many is my answer to that query there.
Your mental activity spiked again. Stay focused here.
My neural waves should be within normal ranges. Stop worrying.
I'll stop complaining when you stop wasting time and get your shit together.
Roger that. Reassessing mission priorities. Primary objective, retrieve Hakumen. Secondary objective, obtain the Azure Grimoire. Only if the circumstances deem it possible.
I'm not really sure the relationship between Hakumen of the 6 Heroes and Kokonoe of Sector 7 at this point. However, I can definitely say that it's a, well, I was going to say one-sided relationship, but then again, recounting that Hakumen's pet name for Kokonoe is Grimalkin, I would definitely say that, well, the two of them don't get along either. So yeah, Kokonoe has, you could probably count on one hand, if that's even possible, the amount of people that Kokonoe actually genuinely gets along with. It seems like Tega is interested in obtaining Ragna's Azure Grimoire, if only because the library are after it.
Yeah, you got it. Worst case scenario, you can ditch the Grimoire. I'd like to have a look at it someday, but it's not mission critical.
That's interesting. Kokonoe doesn't seem to have a particularly high opinion of the Grimoire in question, despite the fact that with it, Ragnar pretty much lays waste to most of the NOL cities that he's come across. The Azure Grimoire. It's one of the strongest grimoires we know of. Even the top brass at Sector 7 are interested in it.
Aren't you a little too indifferent about the mighty Azure? I thought it was something that scientists like you are desperate to get.
Mighty? That thing? Sometimes I think you're too stupid to live, Tager. Try the weakest.
The weakest? That's odd. There's no such information in my database.
Well, if you don't get it now, you're never going to. I'm not going to waste my time explaining it.
Yeah, Kokonoe is definitely one of those people that expects others to do things for her without even bothering to give them proper instructions.
Roger that. Next. Place the 13 objects necessary for Hakumen's retrieval in their designated positions.
Well, that explains how they're able to achieve temporal distortion phenomena. Well, in layman's terms, how they were able to teleport Hakumen away during his battle with Ragnar the Blood Edge.
One slip up and you'll blow the whole thing, meathead. So watch yourself, or I'll make you look like one of those comic book characters.
hate to break it to you, Kokonoi, but no, not Hakumen, what am I talking about? Taiga's physique, I would actually go so far to say as that he already appears like one of those comic book characters. I happen to like my body. I think I'll pass on the superhero look. As I said before, Taiga, you already qualify for the superhero look already. Especially as a Marvel superhero, I might add.
I won't make any mistakes, so there's no need for you to worry. By the way, there's one thing that I want to make clear.
Yeah, by the way, yeah, your eyes and ears are not mistaken, you adventurers. Taiga clearly said clear, but his actual speech dialogue actually says sure. Yeah, that's something that tends to slip through the cracks sometimes.
What?
The equipment utilizes Armagus. I understand it's not against the beliefs of Sector 7 to use magic, but our purpose is to banish it. Will there be any issues?
Now that is interesting. Sector 7 actually doesn't like anyone wielding magic. Not even the Novus Orbis Librarium. But they are willing to use its substitute, Armagus.
The enemy is... All the library knows how to do is Ars Magus. So what better way to fight them than with their own medicine?
Fighting fire with fire, or in this case, Ars Magus with Ars Magus.
I didn't have a lot of time to set up this trap, so I took a shortcut and used an Ars or two to exact my revenge.
Who is this trap for? The NOL or Hakumen?
Understood. Fight fire with fire, eh? Still, is it really possible to artificially create a time-space warp, even with the use of an Armagus?
That's one thing that Kokonoi is surprisingly good at, Taiga.
You really think I'd send you to do something that was impossible? All you've got to do is make sure the trap works. It's just a matter of controlling imaginary number space anyway.
Imaginary numbers, how does that even work?
Besides, I'll use my private this time. That should take care of any problems.
Private?
You won't live long trying to uncover a lady's secrets. All you need to know is that there's nothing for you to worry your tiny little head about.
That is exactly why I would be worried. And not just worried, but concerned. If I try and pry any further, I'm going to end up in a scrap heap. I better just leave it alone.
Understood. There's one more thing I'd like to confirm. I heard that she is in the city. Lychee.
Yeah, another spanner in the works. Yeah, because Lychee does have a connection to Sector 7 and Kokonoi. As we ascertained from Taokaka's encounter with her.
Lychee? So that lame-ass excuse for an apprentice is here too, huh? Well, if you have any spare time while you're there, confirm...
Kokonoi. Hey, Kokonoi. Disconnected. All this technology and we still have dead zones.
That is probably one of the unfortunate side effects of Caesar.
Oh well. I guess I'll have to act at my own discretion as far as Lychee is concerned. TR-0009 Tager, commencing mission.
Well, if we do end up running into well rather when, it's not a matter of if, but when we run into Lychee, looks like I have to rely on Tager's own judgment.
I guess this is the last in this area.
Well, if that's the case, I suppose we should be moving on. I just finished setting up when I heard her voice.
Hey you, big man! What are you doing?
Lo and behold, if it isn't Taokaka, well, we did probably spend a little too much time here in Lost Town.
Do you need anything from me, little girl? It's dangerous. I suggest you stay away from here.
Yeah, When was the last time that Tao followed advice from somebody who spoke to her? I'm trying to rack my brains here. Oh, that's right. Never.
Are you hiding something yummy?
Case in point. There's something that looks like a thick rope waving behind her. Ah, it's a tail. Then that must mean she's from the Kaka clan that lives in the lost town underneath Kagutsuchi.
So, what are you doing, big man?
I don't think this body is well suited for covert operations, Kokonoi.
Yeah, would be helpful if we actually had a cloaking armagus or a, what's the thing I'm thinking of? Thermoptic camouflage from Ghost in the Shell. There we go.
Oh, I know. You hid something tasty there. Give some to Tao, meow.
I don't think you can eat a device, well you can eat a device that is designed for dimensional teleportation. It's just not going to taste very good.
What are you talking about? I'm neither a dog nor a cat. Do you think I would hide food in a place like this?
Then you won't mind me checking myself. I wouldn't believe you otherwise, meow.
You kind of make a semi-good point there. Unfortunately for Tegu, if Tao breaks the device, Kokonoi is definitely going to rain hell upon our heads. If this child touches the device, I calculate unacceptable odds in favor of its destruction. Perhaps the use of force to dissuade her is unavoidable.
If you continue to impede my progress, I will have to decommission you.
Tegu is not one for unnecessary violence. However, we probably will have to resort to some force in order to deal with Taokaka.
Oh, so you were a bad guy. I'm gonna have to beat you up.
Yep, that's Tao's worldview about good guys and bad guys. Good guys are people who feed her, bad guys are those who keep food from her.
Hey, are you serious?
And but this should only prove to be a short distraction.
The wheel of fate is turning.
Now, of course,
Rebel.
Tegu is not
One.
as agile as Taokaka.
Action! Counter. Counter.
I dare you! I dare you! Eat this! Hola! Gigantic Tiger!
She does know no bounds.
You sure are strong.
Yeah, that muscular physique isn't just for show there, Tao. Your agility was really your only asset, and it didn't help you this time.
I suggest you let your head do the thinking, not your stomach. Now go on home.
That's one piece of advice I would recommend you let sink in there, Tao. I've lost precious time. I need to get to the next setup location as soon as possible. And so we go. to the next checkpoint. The scenery here looks different. It appears we're deep in Ronin Guy territory of the Akaruga refugees. Yeah. Unfortunately, Taiga's physique is incredibly noticeable, and the fact that a majority of the people already are familiar with his reputation as the Red Devil of Sector 7 definitely makes him less than suitable for covert operations, as he himself had surmised earlier. But then again, what else can you do? Well, I believe this is a good time to end this particular episode of Let's Play BlazBlue Calamity Trigger, and when we return, I seriously doubt that Taiga will be able to plant the second dimensional device without any sort of impediments along the way, like a certain ninja, for example. As always, adventurers, until next we meet.